living this life is hard, regardless of if you're doing a PhD or not. So here's some things that I did on top of all the things that I've done to take care of myself and my heart, mind, and spirit. First is that I had to really come to terms with adjusting my expectations of myself and how that shows up in other spaces. Because I was giving 100% of my dissertation, I cannot give 100% in everything else. That meant that I had to say no to people, that I had to make adjustments for things. I had to even make adjustments for how I show up for my family. And they were okay with it, and they just had to come to terms with it because I wasn't changing anything. So just because I was giving 100% in my dissertation doesn't mean it took up 100% of my time, because it didn't. So I would do my morning routine, and I'll link it, which was about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes before I left for work. I would work on my dissertation. And that morning routine helped me stay grounded because I took care of myself and those obligations before I took care of other people. Other thing that I think is probably the hardest thing, and depending on the identities that you have and the roles that you serve in your family, telling people no and letting people find out what happens. So there are times where, like, even now, I don't feel pressure to do things that I, one, don't want to do, or two, can't do. So that just means I have to tell people, no, I'm not available, or no, maybe I don't want to. It's really helpful for me because it reminded me that I have autonomy, that I have a lot to say about how I show up in the world. I might not have time or autonomy with my time of work. Like, I have to show up from 9 to 5, but anything before that and anything after that, that is my time. And last, but certainly not least, I definitely left weekends open, and I would do one day for like any work, but that was like the one thing that I did. So if I needed to grade papers for my adjunct role, I did not work on my dissertation that day. Sundays, sometimes Saturdays, was my day of rest. So I did very little, or I did anything that was restorative in my environment or my space. So I did laundry because that was the only thing I was working on while I was watching TV. Regardless of what it is, just know that you got this, and this is just suggestions of what works well in your world. It is not something that you have to do, and you'll find out what works best for you. But I'm a fan already. You got this.